Hey, what's up? Seth here from Retipster. So, Pentwater is one of my favorite little towns in Michigan. It's where me and my family go for vacations pretty much every summer. They've got beaches, they've got sand dunes, they've got hiking, camping, fishing, shopping. There's pretty much something for everybody, and that includes real estate investors. It seems like half the houses in this town are short-term rentals that people from the big cities down south love to rent out in the summer. This is a historic town where most of the houses are beautiful, but every now and then you'll find one that could use a little help. Whenever I walk by these houses, I can't help but look at them and just wonder if that owner would sell this property to me at a discount. Especially when I see vacant lots that would work perfect for a new home, or when the houses I see are clearly in disrepair and nobody's living there. Now, I could jot down the property addresses and look them up when I get home, the free way or even the paid way, but these ways are kind of clunky, kind of time-consuming, kind of cumbersome, but there's actually a mobile app that's designed exactly for this purpose. It's called DealMachine, and it makes it extremely easy to do exactly what I'm talking about. When you find a property and you want to find out who owns that thing, how can I reach out to them and contact them either by mail or by sending them a text or giving them a call or sending them an email? Any way you can think of, it will help you do that very quickly and very easily so that you can start a conversation and see if that owner might be interested in selling. And this is actually known in the industry as driving for dollars. And driving for dollars is definitely not the number one way that I find my deals, but I know a lot of real estate investors where this is like the primary method that they use to contact property owners and find their deals off market. So whether this is the main thing you do, or even if you're just a hobbyist and you want to find the occasional property that you see in person and you want to reach out to them, DealMachine could definitely be worth checking out because it'll make this process way easier than anything else out there. So if you got a few minutes, let me show you how this works. So the first step here is to find a property that looks interesting to you and that you want to reach out to that property owner and find out more about it. So I've already seen a number of them in this neck of the woods here. Pentwater is actually a pretty small town. Not a lot of houses here. Most of the houses here are actually pretty nice. So the ones that aren't that nice, it wouldn't take a whole lot of work to just make them even a little bit nicer and kind of bring their value way up to par with all the other properties. In my mind, in a place like Pentwater, a short-term rental is kind of like the most ideal use. There's not a whole lot of big hotels in the area, so Airbnbs and VRBO is kind of what most people are looking for in terms of staying here for vacation. So we're gonna find one that looks like it could be a motivated seller, and I'll show you how to use this app. Okay, so I think we got a good one right here. So it's that one right there. It's not in like atrocious condition or anything, but this one looks like an owner who is either not there, like they don't live there, and they've been kind of neglecting it for a while, or even if somebody does live there, we're actually about to find that out through this app right here, they might not be the best suited for this property. Okay, so we're gonna open up the app right here, and this right here is the property, the little 63 on it. So we're gonna click on this. And one of the things that we're gonna see right off the bat is we can see the address, which I'm actually gonna blur out for the sake of privacy. I'm also gonna blur out the person's name. But we can see the address here. We can scroll down and see a little bit of information. Some of these details are going to depend on the area where you're located and how much data is available from First American, where DealMachine gets their data from. But sometimes you'll see a lot of information here, sometimes not. You can also check out the comps here and just see other comparable properties that may be similar enough to the property. And one cool thing about DealMachine is that it has this little AI assistant that's going to ask you right off the bat if you want to analyze this property, how do I get in touch with the seller, help me write an SMS message. You can also figure out how to write a cold call script. You can calculate the offer price, help me find a title company, help me calculate repairs on this property, help me practice negotiating, how do I find cash buyers, how do I find renters, all kinds of stuff here. And not all these things are going to be relevant to you depending on what you hope to use this property for or what your situation is. But I've actually played around with some of these things. They're all pretty helpful and kind of a cool example of how to use AI as a real estate investor. And it's just kind of built right into the app here. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going to ignore this stuff for now just to show you how to go to the next step. So one thing you can do is go back up here and we're going to add this as a lead. So we're going to hit that button. and it's adding it to our little inventory of different leads. If you want to, you can indicate why you're adding this as a lead. So what was it about this property that stuck out to you as worth reaching out to the person? And there's different tags here. So in my case, you know, it was sort of in bad shape and it had tall grass. That's a very common thing I've seen with the handful of properties around here that seem to be in disrepair. They're not like in horrendous shape. They just indicate somebody's not paying attention. Somebody doesn't seem to care all that much. As indicated here, you can also tell right off the bat when we click on this thing, it says that this is an absentee owner. So right there, this person does not live at this property. They live somewhere else, and this is some kind of a second home for them or something. Their mailing address is not this actual property itself. And if we want to, we can go ahead and skip trace right here. This is going to cost a little bit of money, not a ton, but you can skip trace this one property, and it will show you their phone numbers and email addresses and anything else they can find. And it looks like it's found 7 different phone numbers. Man, there's a bunch of different ways that we can reach out to this person and call them. And if you've ever done skip tracing like this before, you probably know that like not all of these phone numbers are probably going to work or be good. Some of them might be old. Some of them probably will not be able to receive texts if that's how you're planning to reach out to them. But still, I mean, it gives you just a whole lot of information right from within this app. Like you don't have to go to any third-party software to skip trace this stuff. You don't have to bring this home and look it up on your desktop or laptop computer. It's all right here in the app. Or another way you can do this is start sending mail directly from this app. And DealMachine was kind of a pioneer in this space in that they have this direct mail system where it will start sending out postcards like clockwork. I think it's every 21 days by default until you tell it to stop. And when it sends out this mail, there's a bunch of different mail templates you can choose from. And on that postcard, you're supposed to actually include the picture of that property that you took with your phone that you can upload and start sending out. And you can do that again right from this app without even leaving the app. It's pretty awesome. All I have to do is click this start mail button and it'll start sending a mail until you tell it to stop. And it says sending every 21 days, repeating forever. And I'm not actually ready to do this yet, so I'm going to end this. But it's that simple in terms of just starting to send the mail. And what a lot of wholesalers will do with DealMachine is they'll do this with like dozens and dozens and dozens, maybe even hundreds of properties, constantly driving different areas, trying to find the ones that really look the most run down and dilapidated, getting pictures of those properties with their phone, and then starting the mail and just getting the process going. Or if you want to, you could do like some kind of a text marketing campaign or emailing them if you can get that information through the skip tracing function in this app. And also, by the way, all of this stuff that I'm showing here can be done very, very easily from a desktop or laptop computer. You don't have to use your phone. It was just designed as a mobile first application. So I think a lot of the users out there probably use their phone most often with it, but you don't have to. If you're somebody who is maybe doing this virtually, they actually have a virtual driving for dollars function where it uses Google Street View to drive through whatever area you're looking for, and you can very easily find the same stuff and communicate the same way. It's just that if you are somebody, again, who has a physical presence in the market where you're working, this thing is a no-brainer. Like, I really don't know why you would not be using it pretty regularly, because it's an awesome tool. It's probably the best tool I know of for this specific purpose. So I'm not covering everything about DealMachine here, but I just wanted to make sure you were aware of this because it's pretty awesome and it's been around for a while. This is not a new thing that like just came out last week. It's been out for several years now, and it's getting better and better as time goes on, especially now with a lot of the new AI tools coming out. They're doing a great job of integrating that with the mobile app. You should totally check this out if you haven't already. Retipster does have an affiliate relationship with DealMachine. If you want to check them out and help support Retipster and also help support yourself, just go to retipster.com/DealMachine. Even if you're not into this kind of thing now, just keep it in mind in the future. If you ever are looking at a property on site, you want to reach out to that person really quickly and easily, check out the DealMachine app. They make it super simple. Again, retipster.com/DealMachine. It's pretty sweet. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.